Yep.
New packaging, new taste. Mr. Beast released brand new Feastable bars, but did he chef it up with the chocolate dough? How I'll be finding that out is by comparing the new bars with the older bars. The 3 tests I'll be doing is 1, finding out which bar design is better, 2, taste tests, and 3, seeing if the amount of chocolate is still the same as the 1 bar. Nice. The bars are new, but the flavors aren't. All they did is just rename them into simple terms. When comparing the bars, the older ones have a funky design. Colors and shapes are just not matching. If I'll be honest, they look like those TG Maxx vegan bars, but the new ones have a light blue and shiny look. Probably so they can stand out against their competitors in the stores. As you open up the bars, you can see the difference automatically. The older one is very thin but has a wavy design on top, but the newer bar is divided into a lot of pieces, has a Mr. Beast logo and a Feastables branding, and most importantly, it's way thicker. The new bars being thicker than the older ones is a great plus because the older ones break way too easily. They break so easily that in store you could barely find one that is a full piece. With that, I think the new bar has a better design. Taste test time. Up first, we have milk chocolate. Old bar tastes better than the Hershey's bar. New bar. Oh, yo, that's way better. Way better. The new bar tastes way creamier and has more flavor. Low-key, the old one tastes pretty trash compared to the new one. Next flavor, peanut butter. Old bar. The peanut butter filling is decent. It's not too sweet like Reese's. New bar. Once again, the newer bar tastes way better. They're actually cooking with these new bars. The peanut butter filling is way creamier than the older one, and it also tastes like it's straight out of a peanut butter jar. So it tastes pretty fresh. And the last flavor, almond. Old bar. The old bar is dark chocolate with almonds in there, and you can't really taste them. New bar. The newer bar has a combination of its creamy chocolate with bigger pieces of almond. Last and final test, is the amount of chocolate still the same in the old bars as in the new ones? Yes, it is. Overall review, Mr. Beast indeed chefed it up with these new chocolate bars. My rating of the old bars is a 6 out of 10, but the new ones, I give them a 10 out of 10. These are bussin'. I'm not over-exaggerating, you gotta give these a try. I think with these new chocolate bars, Mr. Beast could consider himself a competition against these chocolate brands. Hershey's, you got smoke. If you'd like to become a part of this channel, you can join my Discord server, which is going to be a link in the description below. What I'll be doing on there is talk with you guys, post behind the scenes like I did for this video, and I'll be posting thumbnail votes, meaning you get to decide what thumbnail I should use, like for this video. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to share it with your friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.
I put the new forges on the G. I tried to tell them, let it bottom is underneath. Cause all my homies got it out the street.
He goes on to post another video with a thumbnail. Doesn't do as well. And then he does it again, the raw video, but this time it doesn't get the results he wants. So I think in this phase, he kind of like returned to this like thumbnail edited style content. But then he's like, okay, let's give it another shot. So a month ago, he posted a video, completely raw, 371,000 views, more than 250,000 of views, right? Like, that's no joke. If you look at his other videos, like, that's a big jump, right? And he's like, okay, let's keep doing this. Does it again, 5.4K, not bad. Does it again, 3.9K, still not bad. And then he goes on to post another one, which hits perfectly on the algorithm, 67K views, completely raw, 3 weeks ago, right? And he's like, okay, let's keep doing this. Well, guess what? 2 weeks ago, 115K views, again, completely raw, no thumbnail, not edited. And then he goes again, 11K views, still more than what he was averaging before. And he posted a video 2 days ago, 7.8K views. Okay, so you understand why this retention style of editing is not performing as well as it used to, what style is performing well right now with hardcore proof, and you're asking yourself, okay, well, how do I actually apply this to my own videos? Well, it boils down to, can you actually have a genuine conversation with your viewers, and is that conversation worth their time? You see, building a YouTube channel is cool, right? Like all the subscribers, the views, That's all amazing. But having people actually resonate with you and understand you on a personal level, that's what's going to take you to that next level in your journey, right? Being able to master the skill set of taking somebody from just a YouTube scroller to a viewer to then a subscriber and to then finally a loyal member of your community, that's what's going to cause that quantum leap. So when you're building an online presence, embrace your weird. Don't put on an act, right? If you're a genuine person, you're going to attract genuine people who are actually interested and invested into you, right? They want to actually hear and listen to what you have to say, which in return is going to give you a greater return on your investment for the time and the effort you actually spend into creating content.
Okay, the next one, yay.
When you think about it, YouTube is basically just a really big game we're all playing, right? It's just one way to look at it, and I think it's the reason a lot of creators feel so frustrated, because they're not looking at YouTube in this way. That's not to say you shouldn't take it seriously, but if it were a game, what would the rules be? We talk about rules all the time, and we'll talk about them here, but I think what you're really interested in are the cheat codes. And no, I'm not going to go into any dirty or unethical methods for growing, but we are going to talk about maybe some strategy tweaks, some techniques, some smart practices, things that you can tangibly use right now that'll hopefully get you to skip some steps as you play the game of YouTube. But to cheat in a game, it does help to know the rules. So let's imagine YouTube this way. Your channel is a product of this massive marketplace, and the YouTube algorithm is the big bad boss that kind of controls everything. Defeating that algorithm gives you the potential to reach more people, because now you're getting some prime real estate instead of being tucked away in a small corner of YouTube somewhere. The algorithm can be thought of the big boss in this scenario because it has one mission, and that's world domination. It wants YouTube to be the only place people hang out on the entirety of the internet. So it's going to push content out that ensures that nobody ever leaves. I guess that means by defeating the algorithm, you actually help it achieve its ultimate goal. Thus, you're the bad guy? Maybe you're the anti-hero in this case. Your ultimate mission is to get the people who are on this platform to not leave, not just YouTube, but your specific channel. In regular YouTube lingo, you want to increase your click-through rate and your watch time. And that's not just about making longer videos. That's about making captivating and engaging content. How the algorithm decides who's going to get what share of the viewers is where the cheat codes come in. There's a lot of different tips and strategies we can share, sure, but in my opinion, these are the ones that are going to help you save the most time if applied correctly. So welcome to level 1. You are starting a new game with a blank canvas. And when you press new game on your controller, the first thing you need to do is to create your avatar. And in the case of YouTube, that avatar is actually more about the people who are going to be watching your content. What do you want to make content about? But also, who is it that your content is for? What do you want to say on YouTube? And how do people listen? And who are the types of people who would listen? By answering these questions and getting your avatar filled out, you've begun the process of finding your niche. But there's a little cheat code that not everybody grasps here related to niches. When you're a new creator diving into a small niche, your videos can massively outperform the people who are new creators diving into a much larger niche. Picture this. You have two different YouTubers, but they upload the same exact video, basically. Title, thumbnails virtually the same, to the same market at the same time. Their video is about a new popular but there's only 100 viewers to share between them.
Oh, may cover na akin ah.
Equal footing with that creator, you're each getting 50 views, right? But if one of those creators has actually been doing this for a while, they're probably going to get the lion's share of that 100 people. In our interview with Spiffing Brit, he actually compared it to a big pond versus a small pond. If you're at the small pond and you're like the only one there, you're going to catch all the fish. That means even if your videos aren't really up to speed yet, they're not that great, you're still getting a decent amount of views because you found a space that is being underserved. Once you learn the ropes, you can start to move on, though, to larger and larger ponds. Just by figuring out your niche, you've earned some XP. So why don't we move on to level 2? As we level up in the challenge, you are now going to your first video. But there's a critical step you should take way before you even hit the record button. That's where the second cheat code comes in. Let's take a look at this video you're watching right now.
May zero yung bag ko, tatahi ko na lang ha. Hindi mag-access. Kasi di ba makasal mo saan dati ma.
we first had
Kapag
the idea
pumunta ako
of
dun sa may sa
comparing
Quick Boy,
YouTube
mahal
to
yung ano, pag
basically a video game.
pinatahe
Right
ganun,
away,
mahal
as
yun.
we did that, the light bulbs
Nama.
came on for the different titles and thumbnails we could experiment with this particular video. This was all before we started writing
yes.
too. This approach not only helped us solidify the concept of this video, but it really
Napamura ka
helped
sa
build
mahal.
the entire structure of the whole thing. Why did we think of the thumbnail though before we even wrote anything? Well, it's because the thumbnail is the first point of contact that someone really has with your content. You want your thumbnail to stand out, right? Well, all you need to do is literally that. For a specific video you're trying to create, look up the thumbnails for people who've done something similar. What patterns are you seeing in thumbnails? Your thumbnail breaks up this pattern quite a bit. Is it just straight to have all the videos of the thumbnails? Because everyone's using their time. Colors in the and then the next point of contact, which is the title. Your title should be part of the hook, and transforming a title into a hook can be really challenging. We're finding that it's not uncommon, actually, to have creators with 10, 20, or 50 title ideas for one video. They'll have their 50 titles, and they'll be pretty similar to each other, and then eventually they narrow it back down to like their top 3. This is part of the cheat code, right? They're trying to have a title that not only piques interest, but it speaks directly to the desires of their specific audience. It doesn't quite take us 50 ideas for each title we have on this channel, but let's take a look at some of the titles we have. With our playlist, you'll notice that we use the phrase small channels. Those aren't just that's a lot of strategy. This makes each video about small channels feel like an exclusive invitation to anyone who feels like they have a small YouTube channel. Once people click, we like to follow that with something that teases a bit of what's going to happen in the content, maybe the comedy behind it, or the lessons that you're going to learn, of course without giving it all away. By doing that, we open a loop. But we're going to get to more on loops in a little while. That's the packaging of your video, and now that you're done with that, it's time to move on to the hook. So congrats, you leveled up again. Welcome to the core of our adventure, level 3. In this vast realm of YouTube, the greatest strength you have in your content is how you make a chapter in a larger video. This is absolutely good who your videos are for. Or another way to think about it is that the algorithm isn't actually for you. No, the algorithm is actually for the people watching YouTube, and its goal is to serve them videos that keep them from going away. You're trying to trick the algorithm into putting your videos on the menu. Boy, this is getting convoluted because now there's a food analogy involved, but pretend it's a restaurant game for a minute. Someone just ordered steak, the algorithm is not going to serve them fish, okay? Your video's the fish in this case. You need to find people who are looking for fish. So you forge ahead, crafting or cooking up videos that are going to get you more XP along the way. Tailoring your content to the interest of an audience, 10 XP. Nailed your 5-second, 30-second hook?
I love Envato Elements because it has everything I need in one place. It has videos, it has
20 XP. Wrap it up your video with a call to action of another video of yours? That's it. But there's a cheat code that helps get that XP a bit faster. Impact your overall retention and watch time. It is the most powerful tool at a storyteller's disposal, and that is the loop. When you open a loop in a video, people's brains tend to go, wow, I could really use some closure right now. This prompts them to stick with that experience, or in this case, your video, until that loop finally closes. They don't just want to continue, they kind of need to. That is the power of an open loop. And since YouTube loves when people stay on the platform for even longer, and you've just mastered loops, here's 60 more XP. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there, because now you have to get to level 4. Now that you've made like 10 or 20 videos, our final cheat code is a bit of a bonus cheat code. I'd say it's something a lot of people tend to either overlook or do completely wrong. YouTube's algorithm favors channels but where a lot of people are wrong is the 60 videos you touch all the time, no matter what. It's not finding the balance. It allows you to deliver quality content. This builds loyalty and that is high quality content all the time. So make sure you're that is able to out. Basically, don't promise daily videos if you really can't make nice high quality daily videos, and it actually takes you a week to deliver that kind of delicious meal. One thing that can help you with the quality is the interaction that you want your video to get. Asking random questions to try and get some people to comment is one thing, but what type of things would you like them to say about your video after they get finished watching? Questions like that will help you begin to start thinking about your content in a different light, and thus, hopefully, improve your overall quality. But what you don't need to be doing is taking a whole bunch of random shots of the target hoping that something goes viral. Because one viral video isn't going to just build you a loyal community overnight. It'll probably cast a wide net and bring some new people into the fold, but you really need to be engaging them in a more meaningful way if you want them to actually continue watching your videos long term. If you can maintain this level of rhythm and consistency, you can build a stronger bond with your audience, and thus level up your community. And just like anything, as algorithm shift. Is it challenging? Yes. Competitive? Absolutely. But these tips are absolutely give you a step ahead, and these lifts will take the other channels.
I want to be sharing you all the essential beginner tips that you need to know when editing your videos. Just to be clear, this video is not going to be about the tools, the features, and the effects that you have to use in your video, since there's already so many of those videos out there on YouTube. So instead, I'm going to be walking you through the editor mindset and what you should be thinking about when editing your first video. If you're beginning your YouTube journey or want to start learning how to edit, then this is the video for you. Just by knowing these 3 easy steps, anyone, including you, can edit a high-quality video. So grab a pen and paper and just hammer that onto your fucking wall, because that's literally everything you need to know. So for the first step, even before you begin editing, you have to take what audio that you want to use throughout your video. But why choose music? Choose okay, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You really want a fast-paced academic design. This is the fact what you're hard to review all of if you have a plan to think what it's about how to set the tone. So here are some more examples of the leverage software that are a little bit more confused. That is very fast-paced or energetic, like a car review channel trying to emphasize the coolness of a car, or you want the mood to be very chill and informative, like a tech review channel. Because in a fast-paced song, to keep up with the pace, you need to introduce a lot of quick edits and a lot of moving objects in your video. While if you were to use a very slow, chill, or lo-fi song, you can probably use way more chill, slower edits, and a lot more slower moving parts in the video. It just really depends on what you want to portray to your audience. So first step, pick an audio or music that just fits the pace of your video. Alright, now this is the actual editing part. After you get everything done with the choice of music and what you want to do, this is the second step. Like all amazing high quality videos, you have to smartly use cool virtual effects. So why do I say you have to smartly use it? Well, you can't use all virtual effects in the same video. But what kind of virtual effects should you be making in your videos? Knowing what proper virtual effects to make in your videos is vital in making high quality animations. Exactly what you do for random virtual effects that you already use because you definitely won't fit the pace it's going to in your video, if you're trying to create a really simple list and easy. You don't need really insane effects like a blur or like a zoom in, because that just doesn't add a lot to the video. It kind of detracts from their attention and you just hurt their eyes, honestly. Another great virtual effect that you should be trying to use but not too much of is the subtitles. You can see a lot on shorts today where they use a lot of subtitles to keep the viewer's attention. The main focus of the pretty simple. Just don't go too overboard with it, you know, just whatever. They're just subtitles. Another great way to use visual effects is to have moving images. This helps a lot when your viewers are trying to understand what you're saying, and it keeps their eyes on the video. As you can see, my hand's moving and you're looking at it, right? But here's the one thing you have to remember when working with visual effects. They're not the main center of the video. The information that the virtual effects are Don't go too overboard. However, some virtual effects like pop-up text, subtitles, moving objects, and a simple list are great ways to have some virtual effects in your video. Alright, and now here's the last step you have to know. And it's the pacing of the video. Oh jeez, Jason, so that's pretty damn simple since I've already mentioned it in the music and the virtual effects part. But this is a bit bigger than those two. So what do I actually mean about pacing? Well, it was for 4 minutes watching so I'm filming a 40-minute video just to skip to like 3/4 or even halfway just to get the information. I mean, even YouTube has a feature where you can see the most replayed parts of the videos just to help you find that location. So just a little bit more about pacing. You don't want to waste your viewers' time and you don't want these random spikes in your videos. You want to keep your viewers engaged throughout the video. So when you're editing, think of the dead space that you can just completely cut off from the video and splice any sentences together just to make the time short. So these are just 3 essential beginner steps you have to know when it comes to the editing process. Just by following these 3 steps, your video will feel, look, and sound 10 times much better. This video is a lot more different than other how to edit videos because they don't really touch on the thought process. I think that's what I normally get out of when I first started editing because I'm not really too sure what the thought process about pacing, effects. I think that's the most important part. That's great, but I want to learn how they think. So if you want to learn more editing and YouTube tips, why don't you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload again.
Next one.
Hello guys, in another video. In this video exactly I'm gonna share with you my own experience. There is something last video, so I'm little just until 10 days. If you don't subscribe, this is the occasion, guys. So in the next video I will share with you guys the winner, and I will contact the winner by email in his channel. Make sure to put a username or email in your channel. So let's just move on. As I said in the last video, I shared the channel because I'm gonna share with you my advice. If you want to start your YouTube channel now, as you see here, it's exactly 16/20/24 February. Okay, guys, exactly. So we have here about 37.6 million views. I explained unfortunately it's not, this niche not will pay you as you want. Let's just, for people who are asking also about fakeness, this is not fake. We are just going to refresh this page, and this is exactly the same results. As you see, everything got updated live. It's not about views, it's about where these views come from. You know, this is the point. If your audience just from no man, from India or Morocco or something like that, you will not get paid as well. So guys, this is the estimated yearly time. day we get $20. The second day we get 22. This is it, and we are generating right now in the last 48 hours about 7 million views. Okay, now let's move just to show you the best here on this slide. The last video we talked about from idea editing. Audience guys is very important because there we have audience, a very specific audience will not be this result is like subscribers and comments and likes, but unfortunately you will get these results. Your objective is money, but there is no money in this audience that I will share with you exactly now, right now for sure. Mistake that I made, guys, I'm not using English language in my shorts. In this channel, I'm not using English, so that's effect in my channel and brought me a war audience in my channel. This audience, sorry, it's the picture come first. People, the audience, as I said, the audience is people that will watch your shorts, okay? And in the channel, this is the RPM of the channel. This is the lowest RPM I've ever seen in my life here on YouTube. So this is exactly, guys, the countries that I told you, it's so bad. Unfortunately, it's so bad, but it's just an experience. It's okay. As you see here in the top, it's Algeria. The Algerians have the lowest currency in the world. I don't know how these people come into my channel. Iraq, Saudi, Morocco, also Morocco at the lowest. Egypt, Syria, and etc. These people, these countries, this audience is just sick. Okay. Now, the point is just to choose your audience carefully. Make sure, bro, before you start to choose your audience carefully. How you will choose your audience carefully? You will just create your short with English language. Do not just upload your shots without any captions, without any transcript, without any voiceover. So in the voiceover, guys, you have to create with English language. As we see here, this is the best audience exactly for me with the high RPM. In my other channel that I shared once in the first video in the channel here, I shared this channel, and this is my audience in the channel. Okay, the audience
So
is
nice.
on the top geography views in 90 days. It's United States, India, United Kingdom, Philippines, Canada. This is top geography and top audience. But India isn't the top, because India, even if you talk about nothing, people will come watch your videos. I don't know. So, and as you see here, as I mentioned, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Australia, Malaysia, Nigeria, Jamaica. This is the great audience if you want to start with. But and this is the RPM in this channel that I shared in the first video in my channel here. Exactly, the RPM is 0.11. It's very nice RPM for YouTube shorts. But right now I'm experiencing, as I said, the lowest RPM. My advice, guys, is don't like do as it should. This is my advice. Not use Arabic, not use Indian language, not use any other language like French, like just try to use English language, because if you use English language, will automatically simulate US. You will automatically target US and your kingdom and those very high RPM for YouTube Shorts. As you see, let's just show you the live RPM from my revenue. As you see, this is exactly the revenue as I'm telling you. So my this is just but this is exactly, guys, the result that I want to show you in this video. As you see here, yesterday we got all of them. And the other day we got 2 million. A lot of these guys, I'm just wasting my time here. How bad? It's okay. Now let's see the
If you have a live chat on your website but you're not able to respond within 30 to 60 seconds, you probably...
YouTube is about to change forever. But you've heard that before, right? So let me prove it to you. One of these video clips is not AI generated, but can you tell which one? The rest are from OpenAI's latest advancement in AI technology, Sora, and it takes video prompting from where we were just 1 year ago to this. Video quality that is going to put creators on alert and companies out of business. And how will we know what is real and what isn't? You just I want AI generated. Alright, I can save but I needed to prove them more. If I'd have told you all of these videos were AI generated, you would have been picking out all of the intelligence, like these spawning foxes or whatever's going on with this sound. But by telling you a lie, you were trying to convince yourself that one of these was actually real, weren't you? Because they are incredible. You can check out all of these videos for yourself at OpenAI's website, which is linked in the description just underneath that delectable like button, along with more from Sam Altman's Twix profile. He's the CEO of OpenAI, or at least I think he is. What you will see is a mere glimpse into the future of what a text prompt of around 50 words can generate. Again, things aren't perfect, but I bet you, if you showed this to a friend or relative who isn't following this technology or doesn't care, if you didn't tell them it was fake, they would think this is real. The powdery snow on these golden retrievers, the reflection of the window, just about all of this place is wow. And it doesn't all have to be attempts to recreate the universe. If you want to go down this fantastic route, you can prompt anything you want into this. It's incredibly easy, isn't it? Excited about all of this. It feels like it's been solved 99% of all of my creative problems in an instant. If I need an overhead view of a Wild West frontier town during the gold rush, I have it. If I need an epic drone shot of any landscape, anywhere in the world, I've got it. But at what cost? Probably not much to you or I, a monthly subscription that runs into the tens of dollars. But for stock footage suppliers such as Storyblocks, Shutterstock and Adobe Stock, is this? YouTube experts certainly an existential threat to you. Remember when that AI technology was coming and that well, this is what they meant. It happens a lot faster than before. And so how might create a cameraman or an visual effects? Instead they'll be referred to as prompt writers, asset producers, directors. Because a lot of what we're all good at as creators is being replaced by one of these, basically. That's my recommendation coming out of all of this. Get good at talking to AI. Learn how to prompt and specify exactly what you want from a video. Because there are people out there right now who have no YouTube experience, who are going to bypass the thousands of hours you've put into your content creating craft, spend 10 hours learning how to do this. And let's be real here. Nobody cares about AI. It is here, it's not and no amount of stop it or save your YouTube channel if you don't adapt to. Now, I'm not saying that you have to use AI in your videos, but what I am saying is that you need to evolve as a creator so that AI can't replicate what you do and who you are. And that's going to be a challenge. You have witnessed firsthand the revolution in creative AI technologies in the last 18 months. So where's it all going to be this time next year? In 2 years? In 5 years? I know that if I don't my YouTube is a regular here at vidIQ, so she released an open letter to CEO embracing AI tools for creating. Protect yourself from That's why in another blog post, YouTubers started talking about policies and alerts they are going to put in place when it comes to AI content on the platform. There are no firm details yet, but stay tuned to vidIQ for when they all come out. OpenAI themselves say that safety is part of the tools they are creating and have measures in place to protect against misleading content, which is all well and good, but it doesn't mean that everybody is going to follow OpenAI or indeed YouTube's rules.
I do a lot of my own stunts, but I also do a lot of industrial cleanup, okay? It's important. So, obviously you keep your hands clean.
This time last year, AI trickery like this was doable by one very skilled creator. But I see a world in where anyone can replicate this video by this time next year. And that is cool. It's entertaining. It's satire. But what about when it isn't?
Watching this video, you're one of the 10,000 lucky people who get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm the world's largest iPhone 15 giveaway.
And there is no free iPhone 15. It's a deep fake. Because while OpenAI can proudly demo this today, at this rate the technology will be available everywhere. Not the same dark place. All of which places an incredible amount of effort and responsibility on YouTube to get this right. To not only identify misleading videos, but to warn viewers about them too. I mean, OpenAI can add as many watermarks as they like to AI-generated content. But I can also crop as many videos as I like. Dangerous videos are always going to slip through the net. From what we can establish so far, Sora from OpenAI is video only, not audio. But that doesn't mean to say that AI-generated audio doesn't exist. It does, and you've probably heard it on 50% of the YouTube shorts and TikToks you've watched today. So what's going to happen to AI voices in the future? Will it get demonetized? Will it be banned? Click here and let us investigate.
We're in the chocolate aisle at Walmart. We're the next person to buy our top singles and that is ridiculous. He's looking at the future. Oh, he's gone. We got a new guy. Dang. Oh, follow me. Excuse, how's it going?
Mr. Beast.
So have you seen our channel before?
Oh, I like Mr. Beast.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Do they watch the channel?
Oh, yeah.
And just like him, every day for the next 30 days, one person who buys Feastables and scans the QR code will win $10,000.
As a reward for buying our chocolate bar, here's $10,000.
No. Don't play with me. No. He's for real, people.
With DataCamp, you don't need to download Python to learn Python. You can learn right in your browser, with hands-on exercises for coding.
I spent 1 full month studying his religion, Buddhism.
Namo Buddhaya.
I read Buddhist books, I talked to Buddhist monks, and I visited Buddhist temples here in Nepal, where Buddha himself was born. And I discovered that I am secretly Buddhist, and you are secretly Buddhist. But first, some background. I am on a 6-month challenge to study 6 top religions, one every month. Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and even atheism. This is the story of what I learned from Buddhism. Buddhism started with this man, Buddha. He was born right here in this exact place in Nepal 2,500 years ago. And today, more than 500 million people follow his wisdom. Buddhism is deep and rich. I cannot cover it in one short video. So I'm gonna focus on the little bit of Buddhism that changed my life. In Buddhism, there is no God, there are no angels and no prophets. There is no devil and no Satan. There is no commandments and no prayers. There is even no eternal heaven or eternal hell. What the hell? This shocked me.
Don't be shocked.
I learned that Buddhism doesn't worry about life after death, heaven or hell. Buddhism only worries about
life before death.
How do I live a happy life today before dying? That's what Buddhism is about.
You don't own your past. You don't own your future. You cannot control, you cannot do anything about it. You have only this moment. The Buddha teaches you to come to this moment and see what really inside us.
That's why Buddhism focuses only on your mind. Your mind is your God. It is the source of all happiness and sadness, of all good and evil. If we can control our mind, we can be happy. The mind is everything. When you think, you become, the Buddha said. That is the core of Buddhism. The mind is so powerful in this religion that it became a sixth sense. We are used to 5 senses in the West: see, hear, smell, taste, touch. But Buddhists believe in a sixth sense: the mind.
We have 5 senses. Everything is linked by mind. That is why we need to focus on our mind in Buddhism. The Buddha said, when your mind is pure, the happiness and the joy follows like a shadow that never leaves you.
Buddhism is full of wisdom. When you read the religious books, you'll get the step-by-step guide on how to control your mind and make it happy. Yes, Buddhists think it is possible to live a happy life today. This is how. So how can my mind be happy and pure?
The Buddha teaches you that let go
Let go. When your father is gone, then you suffer. When your job is gone, you suffer because you are attached to all of them.
When we get attached to things, we expect a lot. When we expect a lot, sometimes we don't get it. When we don't get it, we become sad and we suffer.
Expectations is the thief of joy,
really.
Buddhism teaches us not to get attached, because in life, nothing lasts forever. Our parents, they don't last forever. Our job, it doesn't last forever. Our nice car, our country, our money, everything will be gone one day. Is there anything that's not subject to change?
Yes.
Just need to the Buddha
You expect them to make you happy and ask, why are you not making me happy?
That's the difference.
Yes.
I spent 1 month trying to understand this concept, and here in Nepal, talking to Buddhist monks, it finally clicked, and I finally understood it in my company. People coming in and leaving the company. It's hard every time to see somebody come, and then after 2 or 3 years, they leave. Every person that I work with, I'm not going to work with forever. And I didn't realize that until recently.
You have to be like a tree. Think of your company like a tree, a big one. The birds come and they eat the fruits and they be happy and they go. Trees ate the same.
What is it called? Outside from the inside, and the best part about Buddhism is that you don't have to convert to it. It is not just a religion, it's also a philosophy, a way of life. Take what you want from it.
Dalai Lama once said that do not try to use Buddhism to be a better Buddhist. Try to use Buddhism to be a better version of what you already are.
If you understand the power of your mind, you can become a better Muslim, a better Jew, a better Christian, and even a better atheist. And that is the beauty of Buddhism. It can help all of us become better humans. See you next month for a video about Hinduism. What an incredible experience. Learned so much, inspired so much. Now to the next challenge.
I love Envato Elements because it's a one-stop shop for me as a content creator, working with videos.
All because of this. YouTube is unbelievable to make sure you know here's the question we keep getting at. Will YouTube be alongside AI or worse yet, ban AI launching from YouTube altogether? Well, if they do, then I'll absolutely screw. Go on, let's get on with it. We've actually already tested an AI version of my voice, which I'll reveal
hard.
As we start recording, there's still apart from this blog post on YouTube that states that AI form storytelling can also be used to generate content that has the potential to miss.
Oh, that's the end, guys. Hope you like it. And then I'm already. I'm not satisfied in here, and then yes. Okay. Let's do it again.
Are we witnessing the end of YouTube as we know it? If you're a creator on this platform, you can't afford to miss this. YouTube's new CEO has just unveiled his vision for the platform in 2024. It's essentially his house and his rules. You want to align with those, right? So here are the 4 main insights from this open letter to creators. And as you might imagine, I've got some thoughts. It sounds like Neil Mohan, the big boss at YouTube, wants to go all in with AI content, but at the same time level the playing field for all creators. You may not be aware of this, but YouTube already has tons of AI experiments in the works. One of them is Dream Screen, something I have to say very slowly because I've messed up this take a dozen times already. This lets you whip up AI generator backgrounds for YouTube Shorts. So think popcorn, volcanoes, popcorn coming out of volcanoes, disco forests, whatever you can imagine through AI will generate it in using AI. And it's not At its worst, AI content and scams. YouTube have announced when they post AI content on the platform. As always, there's going to be a bit of tension between YouTube, viewers, creators, and advertisers, and the tension that's being pulled this time is AI. Now then, you may fundamentally hate this next observation, but it's probably true. YouTube is no longer just about content from major studios or individual creators. Yes, in one sense, YouTube is no longer YouTube. Today, viewers want everything in one place, from live sport to educational content. And they're watching YouTube more and more like traditional television, with friends and family on a big screen. Now, the numbers here are incredible. Globally, viewers are watching YouTube on television for more than 1 billion hours every single day. And on top of that, YouTube TV has more than 8 million subscribers. And in the last 3 years, the number of top creators getting most of their watch hours from television has shot up by 400%. For more than a decade, this has been the king of YouTube. Is that going to be the case in the future? That doesn't necessarily boiled down to the fact that very simple question. If you watching Now just think about that for a second. It is the equivalent of every single person on the planet doing this 9 times. Advantage has clearly passed. You either create shorts or you don't, but if you do, educate yourself on how to make the best ones. Just don't expect much ad revenue from them. However, when it comes to revenue as a whole, YouTube is still the undisputed champion of the creative industry. So there are now over 3 million creators in the YouTube Partner Program. That's more people who work for Amazon and Apple. Explain glitches that I don't really know how to address. YouTube definitely videos will help you do just that. If you're a business owner,
Hirap nun ah.
then animated explainer videos are the best way to capture attention, get more followers, and drive more sales.
Here we go now, guys. The next now is make sure will kill your channel. That 2 days and
YouTube Why are you on YouTube right Dead wrong. In the last year, less than a fifth of vidIQ's views came from search, but almost twice as many came from browse. Yeah, we don't want your click from a search page. Now, we want it from the home page. Now, at this point, you might be asking, and quite rightly, why would you do this? Why would you abandon your biggest traffic source of views? Well, there's a simple answer to that. YouTube Analytics told us to. From an obvious peak at the start of the COVID lockdown, search traffic on our channel has been in decline, and we haven't been able to reverse that trend in the 3 years since. So around about a year ago, I decided to hell with the traditional how-to style of video content. We're going to do something different. We're going to target browse.